it's Flo, and this is my impression of a politician. I believe in the people, and their cars, and Progressive, and the fact that you, yes, you can plug in Snapshot to save even more money for being a good driver. I also believe in Sasquatch, but more as a joke, but also kinda seriously.
Safe drivers save with Snapshot from Progressive.
I approve of this message, and Sasquatch, if you are real, you can totally be my running mate.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Snapshot not available in all states.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. Today is Saturday, October 31st, so happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you have a fun and safe time today. And our very special guest, I'd like to welcome back Miss Allie Bailey. Miss Bailey is a musician from Connecticut, and she's a strong advocate for anti-bullying and suicide awareness. Allie just released a new song as a 9/11 tribute. Parental Advisory album will be released in January, and Miss Bailey has a big show at a huge venue in Chicago planned for January as well. So I'd like to go ahead and welcome Miss Bailey in. Hello, Allie. How are you?
I'm very well. How about yourself, Catherine?
I'm doing great, thank you. We're having some pretty bad storms here in Seattle today, so it's really windy and raining in Seattle, of course. But that's okay for a Saturday. So I haven't talked to you in a little bit, Allie. What's happening in your world, my dear?
Well, besides the cold on the East Coast over here, I've just been pushing a lot more with the music. For those who don't know me, I'm Allie Bailey. I live in Connecticut. Was bullied my whole life and everything. And, you know, they say silence is a source of great strength. But me, I took the extra mile. I took it upon myself to graduate high school early, along with get my other educations and different licenses as far as Zumba and a lot more with working out, but I never gave up on my dream with music. So I'm the voice that, you know, people need to look up to me, you know, as far as doing whatever they want to do in life they can. You know, dreams never die, and the struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. So
Exactly.
Yeah. And I was just in a movie this time last year actually. I know it's been a while since I spoke to you, Catherine, and been on your show, but I was in a horror film. It was actually not really expected. I met a couple of friends local in town, and they went away for something with music, and I was just sitting in my room one rainy day, and my friend's like, hey, we need some extra girls for the movie, and I was like, okay. And he's like, you know, would you want to come down in maybe 20, 30 minutes? I'm like, okay. And by the time I shower and everything, he's like, we need you here in 10 minutes. And where I live, it's about 45 minutes out from there. So I'm like, okay, I'm driving my first time on I-95. And I'm like, okay, this is scary. And it was just different, you know. I went and we shot it, most of it in a hotel and then some in the woods around various areas of Connecticut. And it just was a whole different world, you know. And I loved my co-stars and the cast, and the directors were just amazing, and I'm looking forward to that being released as well. So that's exciting.
Oh, my God. That must have been amazing.
It was, and, you know, at first I was a little nervous because when I first got to the hotel, my friend was saying, oh, okay, you know, as soon as we open the doors, we're going to be filming. You know, I'm thinking it's not going to be that bad and everything. Open the doors. I mean, they're shooting a scene literally 5 feet from me. I could put my hand out to where they're filming, and I'm like, oh, okay, all righty.
Oh my God, that is amazing. Can you tell us what the name of the movie is?
The name of the movie is The Last Train Home, and it was directed by somebody in Stratford, Connecticut. As far as what it's about, from what was relayed to me, Catherine, they were explaining to me it's going to be a horror film based off of like the older days, girls being in college and going away, and then I guess there's some big murder thing. So it was kind of crazy, you know. It was fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool.
Oh yeah. And I was nervous just because it was my first time really on a big set in a long time, because I used to go to an arts magnet school. So
Right.
I was used to that life then, and then to pick it back up last year, I was like, wow, this is cool. I miss it.
Hey, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us about your music. How's everything going? I know that you have a new song out that you've
Yes.
been working on. Great.
About a month ago, I actually just had surgery, chest surgery. So what ended up happening, what ended up happening was I've been out of commission for a while, and working out has always been an outlet along with the music. So I've just been recuperating and everything, but it gives me time to focus on the music. So for 9/11, I had a doctor's appointment that morning, so I said, let me get my mind off of it. So I wrote a song for 9/11. I did not think it was going to be anything spectacular, just something I wrote in like 8 or 9 hours. And then one of my friends called me and said, hey, in a week you have over 200-something views on it, right? And I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy.
Wow.
So it just blew up, and everybody wants to hear more. And I told them, definitely I'm going to be having a couple new songs come out in the next, few weeks. Along with that, by January I should have 12 songs to make like an album, and I want to call that Parental Advisory.
Wow. That is awesome. So you write all your own music, right?
Yes, I do write all of my own songs. I also help other kids and adults from all over the world. Because I do the anti-bully and suicide awareness campaigns, I do write songs for those people that are struggling or were struggling in the past. I love the Follow the Lines project as well. And it just makes me feel excellent to hear that other people are doing well for themselves. And that's really the reason I do music. I don't do it for money or a check or anything like that. If I was to ever become something one day, that's great. But for right now, I want to help other people all around the world,
That's amazing. And I think I remember that you play quite a few instruments. Is that right, Allie?
Yes, I play 11 different instruments. And let me tell you, it gets kind of hectic. But mainly I play the guitar, and the guitar is great.
That is really cool. I remember the last time we talked, and you had said 11 instruments. I'm like, oh, my gosh, that's just incredible. And I always tell my musicians that it's incredible to me that you can just, like, turn it off and go into a room and just sit down and write music and lyrics and then just come out and put it all together. I'm sure it doesn't happen like that most of the time, but, working on it and then coming out, and then you just have this beautiful song that people can connect with. And like you said, Allie, feel good about,
Yes, and I also invested in a whole bunch of new studio equipment. And it's funny you say about, a whole bunch of musicians and, just building a song from scratch. I sit here in my room and I'm working on my music, and I hear the electric guitar coming from upstairs. It's my little brother, he's 14 and he's already picking up the instruments. And I'm like, well, when he's old enough, he'll be doing his own music too.
Absolutely. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one little brother, and he's in the puberty stage where the sister's not cool anymore. So that's okay. That's all right. When you're 18, you'll discover I'm your best friend. That's okay.
Exactly. I was just going to say, one day, if he doesn't already now, he will. He'll be looking up to you, because I think you're a really good role model. I really do.
Thank you. Thank you. And I was just actually on Instagram this morning. I know Halo 5 just came out for Xbox, so of course I was posting it all online. And I'm like, oh, does anybody want to play? And this one guy wrote to me, and he said, I see you on here always writing about music and stuff, and you're an actually big inspiration in my life as well as my wife and my children's. We listen to your songs all the time, and it made me feel really good,
Oh, I love hearing that. That must make you feel incredible, like you said, because you love to help people. You're obviously a people person,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that must have just felt so good.
It made my Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about what's going on in January. I'm excited to hear about this.
Well, actually, from the last time we talked, I know I was telling you before that I had a friend teach me the music business as far as rap music. A few months back, he called me, unfortunately, with some very tough, heartbreaking news. The person that taught me everything about hip-hop music was diagnosed with stage 2 throat cancer. And I took it very tough. And, I was a little upset. And, of course, calling me, getting sick, and through all of the cancer treatment appointments, he has yet to go for throat surgery where they're going to shave down the vocal cords. He called me this morning actually very sick. But, his health fluctuates. It goes up and down. Right. He and I have been working on various songs as well as recruiting different artists, if you will, and other talent to work with us. He worries about his health, so he always wants to have somebody else to maybe work alongside with me in case he can't,
Exactly.
As well as that, he taught me everything I know about the hip-hop music, so I would like to broaden my horizon with artists and teach them how to do what he taught me, And he called me yesterday, and he was explaining that in his hometown of Chicago, Illinois, he has booked a show, possibly with a couple of different record labels out there. I don't know if you're familiar with Crucial Conflict or Do or Die. They're very big out in Chicago. They branched out of there. They're big rap groups. I would be opening alongside my friend from Florida who is ill for them. So it would be something very big and something cool. But I hope, his health stays the way it is so that way we can pursue that.
What's his first name? I'd like to give a shout-out.
His first name is John Sage.
John, our thoughts and prayers are with you. As a cancer survivor myself, honestly, you can do this. Just stay strong. Surround yourself with love and support. Obviously, you have that, your friend Allie here. So, wow, Allie, that's amazing.
Yes, and I actually was on the phone with him a few weeks ago. He was very distraught and upset. And I have been working on something secretively from him, even though we work over Skype, and sometimes he works on different projects and I work on different projects. And I did write him a song. It's going to be on the Parental Advisory album. It's called Cancer. And it's just about him and I's, relationship over the past few years and how he's built me from this kid into this powerful, influential artist,
Oh, my God, that's fantastic.
And I read it to him, and he actually started to cry, and I felt very emotional as well to hear him, not upset, but more or less, thankful that I would write something for him like that.
You know what, I have to tell you, that's extremely touching. I mean, that's really, honestly, it really just gave me chills, Ellie. That's really just awesome. Because sometimes when you're sick like that, and I know this from firsthand experience, no matter how many people you have around you, no matter how much support you have, how many groups you go to, like the group support thing, which I did, sometimes there's just those few moments or even those few hours or days even that you might just feel really alone, because people are just, you don't want people to feel sorry for you, and they can't help but feel that way, and you get scared and you get lonely and you get just crappy, and then the physical part of it, of course. And for you to do that, honestly, I can tell you that made your friend just feel all that much better.
Oh, yeah. And when he calls me in pain, I studied a lot of psychology in high school and, addiction counseling. So I know when somebody's in pain, like through deep breathing, I mean, it only can get you so far to feel any kind of relief, I know. But, just to do some kind of exercise with him over the phone to get him off the thoughts of the pain or, the cancer, just anything to get him away from that. I I always try to help him, and he tells me every time I talk to him, kid, you talk to me for a minute a day, if anything, and it just makes me feel better.
And I'll tell you what, he really means that from the bottom of his heart. It really does. I mean, even just that, off-the-cuff phone call or email or, whatever, text, tweet, like in the middle of the day or something, hey, I'm thinking about you. That really helps a lot. And then for you to go and do that, I can't wait to hear the song.
Yes, everybody's very excited. I read it to a lot of family and friends, and they all agree that it's just something very moving and touching, and it's just something that you could, go crazy over.
Absolutely. Just that one other thing to kind of cling on to, in the middle of all this terrible stuff that he's going through. And I do wish him the best, and I hope he's going to be okay. And I can tell you, and our listeners too, that there have been amazing strides, in the sciences, and I'm sure your friend is up on all that. And so good for you. And you just sound like you're like such a great friend. That's so cool.
Oh, yeah. I will give him the shirt off my back even if I don't have it.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, you find out who your friends are real fast in certain circumstances, and that being one of them. So good for you guys. Oh,
yes. And he even told me that. He said, when you're sick or you're down or you're broke, you always find out who your real friends are. And he's like, everybody else I was friendly with that, I would give them rides and everything, they're gone, but you're here, you're ride or die, basically.
Exactly.
Said, oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, he's speaking from the heart because that's so true.
It is.
When something, bad, we all have our ups and downs, and sometimes we'll go through some crappy times, and you do find out who your friends are real fast, the people who are with you in heart, in spirit, even if they're not there physically sometimes, because we're kind of all of us are all spread out all over the place with our careers and our families. But that's cool. You're a really good friend, Allie. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you just have a lot going on, young lady. That's awesome.
I do. I have a lot of ambition, and I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep rising till I go to the top.
And you know what? And I said this to you before, my dear. You're going to get there. You're a young woman. You're smart. You're sassy. Yeah. I love that. And you're very ambitious. And you're very passionate about what you do. I know we talked about that last time.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you have an agent that you work with, Allie?
Unfortunately, right now, I am undiscovered and fresh meat. I am looking for representation, and I don't have anything right now.
How important is that in your business, would you say?
To have representation, it would probably get me farther as far as to get on like a commercial or TV or something along the lines with music, just because you have that, I don't want to say crutch, but you have that person to help you that understands the business a little bit more than you do. Because with me personally, it's tough. When I put out a new song, you always get that hate backlash. I myself, whenever I post a new song, I'm not only posting the song, like me recording it, I mix everything myself, I record everything myself. I don't have any help. I do everything on my own. And, sometimes volumes might not be adjusted the correct ways, but, I do the best I can. And that's what I put out there. And, a lot of people say, oh, it's not perfection. I said, it's not perfection, but, I'm trying. I'm putting out the best I can. And, if anybody wants to speak with me about it, they can. And, I want to put out as much music as I can. I would like to go higher as far as, maybe get some representation and gain more following.
Right. Well, social media is just amazing. You know what I mean? I think that for artists, young or old, really, if you want to really get your name out there and to show the world who you are, social media, today is amazing because you just never know who might see you on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram and go, wow, I think I'll check this song out, you know? And all of a sudden it's like, wow, your inbox is getting pretty full there. I mean, that's how I've met so many people, musicians, right? And all kinds of artists and just people. And it's really been fun, and I think that's such a good tool for you.
It really is, Catherine, you know, and to everybody listening out there, I mean, if you want to post a selfie, everybody knows about it within, you know, like a half hour. I mean, it just is a powerful tool, social media. With me, even just going online, and you don't know who you're going to meet. Like, I remember I met you on Twitter, and you know, we came this far, and you never know who you're going to meet online, ever. Amazing.
And you never know what doors are going to open. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
That is
you know, if
cool.
you reach out to one person, and then you meet a whole bunch of people, and it's great. It really is great.
It is. A lot of opportunities out there, I think, you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you and I, we're 3,000 miles apart, right? We would have never met
I'm all
if it wasn't for social media.
Yeah. I've never met you. I'd love to meet you one day.
Same here, absolutely.
Connecticut's cold. Connecticut's cold. I'd come to California.
Hey, we have a few more minutes left. What are you doing for Halloween, darling?
Well, I'm going out tonight with my boyfriend. Just shout him out real quick. Hi, Devin. Hope you're having fun at work.
Hi, Devin.
He has work until 3:30 today. And with me, I'm going with him to our friend's house for a Halloween party, which is actually going to be my first party ever.
Oh, my God, how fun.
And I'm going to dress up as Harley Quinn from Batman, and he is going to be from Assassin's Creed, the new game Syndicate. So it's going to be cool. 2 different video game characters, you know.
That's going to be really, really fun. A friend of mine named his dog Harley Quinn.
Really?
Really?
What kind of
really?
dog?
I was like, oh, my God, that's so cute.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a little mutt. He got it from the pound.
Oh, that's cute.
So yeah, he's really sweet. He's cute.
Yeah, that's adorable.
Well, gosh, Ellie, you just have a lot going on, and I'm really, really proud of you. You're doing great.
Thank you.
So why don't you let everyone know where they can find you online, my dear?
Well, if you guys didn't like me, you can find me. No, I'm kidding. If you did like me, you can find me on YouTube at www.youtube.com/user/Allie, ALIBAILEYOFFIC. That's for all of my new music. And again, January, Parental Advisory will be coming out. Next few weeks, couple months. Oh yeah. It's going to be, different songs and possibly music videos with different artists. So that's going to be something to look forward to. YouTube, I'm sorry, not YouTube. I just said that. Wow. Blonde moment kicking in. That or lack of sleep. Twitter and Instagram, you guys can find me at Allie Bailey OFFIC. And again, nobody spells my name right. It's Allie, ALIBAILEY. OFFIC. And hey, if there's anybody out there that's looking to, branch out with their music or, learn or, maybe collaborate on something, definitely inbox me on Instagram or Twitter or even YouTube, and I'll definitely get back to you. My email's also located in my biography of, everything I have, but I can tell you here, Allie, ALICOOL322 @yahoo.com. So definitely hit me up and let me know if you want to work on something.
Awesome. Well, Allie, my dear, thank you so much for being my guest today. It was so much fun to catch up with you and hear about everything that's so good in your life right now. This is really cool.
Thank you. You as well. I hope you enjoy your Halloween, and I hope we don't wait another year to talk again. I want to talk to you again soon.
I know. Let's do this again soon, Allie. Thank you so much, and have a really, really fun Halloween tonight.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, Allie. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that was Allie Bailey, everyone, ALIBAILEY. And you can find her online, as we talked about. She's a really cool young lady and super talented. And 11 instruments. That still blows my mind. That's just really cool. So, again, thanks, Allie. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and all the people in the chat room. Thank you again. I hope everyone out there has a really fun and definitely safe Halloween. So take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.